told you I'd be fine. You can't promise to stay.
Mambo. Hey guys.
Good
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning.
to say I need you.
What's going on? I'm gonna wait a couple minutes for people to join the live. But if you're new here, I am Marian and this is Full Soul Travel. So for this live, I'm going to be doing I'm going to be going over my DNA makeup. But right now, shalom, blessings to you, brother. How are you? Michaelson Joseph. Are you from the States? Where are you from? So, like I said, let me turn down my music. I just came from dinner. It was so good. I had Ethiopian food. Oh my gosh. The same restaurant that's in my my videos. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hello. Appreciate you. So you're doing great. Okay. Orlando. I have cousins that are in Orlando. Actually, 3 of my male cousins live in Orlando. And okay, Southern Cameroon. Oh, thank you for joining us. So, this live, like I said, if you're just joining us, I'm going to be going over my DNA makeup. But I'm also going to be inviting you guys to come on the live. So, before I came to the motherland, let me turn down my music, actually turn it off. So before I came to the motherland, I did do an ancestry DNA test. Yes, I know it's not Black owned. I definitely want to do African ancestry because there's a huge difference. The difference is African ancestry will give you the tribe. Ancestry.com will give you your full makeup. And one of the issues that I have with Ancestry is the amount of DNA that they actually have to pull from Africa is limited. So they have a lot of European DNA that they pull from, but it's something that I just chose to do. It was on sale. I got one for me and my sister. I wanted to know the full makeup of who I was. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever done it, but I was pleased to know. Blessings to you, sister. Huh? This is my channel. That's why. You can go somewhere else. What do you want me to talk about? And this isn't just about myself. As I was saying, I don't tolerate rudeness, so you can vibrate out. But as I was saying, was the reason why I wanted to show this live, one, because I wanted to have an open discussion of what it's like for African American to figure out what their DNA is, but also, I know, right? Come on, that's not even the energy of this channel. If you have negative energy, seek within, because I'm not negative, so there's no reason for that at all. And this is my channel. But the reason why I wanted to share this, one, is because a lot of people in America have a disconnection between Africa. They don't even see themselves as being African. They look at Africa as its own separate entity and that we are Americans. But being an African American from America, I'm American by nationality, but by race, by ethnicity, I'm African. So I wanted to know what the makeup was of who I am. And I know that this isn't going to be 100% accurate, I mean, because of the history of how we even came to be, but at least gives me a ballpark. And I wanted to share that with you guys so we can have an open discussion. So I want to invite you guys on the live to talk about what your, resistance are, what are your, some of your issues with considering yourself African. I want to talk to some people who are from the continent to talk about history, tribes. There's so much there that I don't know. And since I've been in Tanzania, I've been told I'm Bantu, I've been told I am Nigerian, I've been told I am Uganda, like all these different things. And then just the idea of we are all one in general, because there wasn't any borders before then. But because of the history of this Atlantic slave trade, because of the removal of culture and history, I wanted to know exactly what African countries that, my makeup is. So I'm gonna just go through some of the comments, and this guy says, I'm not rude, I'm full of myself. Well, the name of the channel is Full Soul Wellness, and I think that being full of yourself is a positive thing. I'm not full of myself in any other kind of way. My cup is full, so that's a good thing. But if you don't like my channel, you can leave. I don't have a problem with it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Right, and he's like full soul travel. Yes, she wants to do her ancestry test. I would recommend doing the African ancestry. Personally, that's what I want to do next, because like I said, it tells you exactly what tribe you come from. So since I've been here, when I meet Tanzanians, they can tell me exactly what tribe they come from. It makes me emotional because as African Americans, we don't know that. We don't know that history. We barely even know what countries in Africa we mix together. So I think it's so powerful to know the tribe that you come from. So let's see. Asante sis. Yeah, we don't have energy for that. You already did your test. What is your makeup? Thank you. I appreciate you, Paulette. That's cool. Watch split screen. Thank you. I took out my braids, but this is, yes, I love my locks. Yeah, we're not even gonna give energy to that. Yeah, let me see. I'm just gonna, you're blocked. So, okay, so let's get into it. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna invite you guys on the live. So I'm gonna put the live in the chat. If somebody wants to come join me, you are more than welcome to. What do you mean they lost your results? How is this through Ancestry? What company is this from? That's bootleg. She says she's Nigerian, Bantu, Benin, and Mali. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys know what your makeup is as African Americans or Caribbean Americans or from the UK. And if there are any Tanzanians on here, come through, Nigerians, whoever, you guys are more than welcome. I am very open and friendly, and I love talking to you guys. These lives are getting kind of fun. So I'm just gonna go and jump into it. So I'm gonna do a screen share, and let's see. We're gonna. All right. So this is my ancestry makeup. So the highest percentage is Nigerian, which I'm not surprised. Nigeria was the first country that I ever went to. My parents had a huge relationship with a lot of people in Nigeria as a kid. I feel like I grew up Nigerian adjacent, so I'm not surprised there. And I believe that a lot of African Americans have a similar makeup where you're going to have a high percentage of Nigerians. So Niger, that is, to me, was really exciting. And then the second one is Cameroon, Congo, Western Bantu peoples. So let me see if that, so I believe this is gonna be all of this. So Tanzania is here. No, Tanzania is right here. So even a part of Tanzania is in there. But this is a lot. This is a huge makeup of maybe, which is why people say that I am Bantu. Watching from Tanzania. Welcome, Isaiah. African ancestry last year's? That's so strange and disappointing because, oh wait, I have someone on that wants to join. Let me add her on here. Hi, T. Williams.
Hey, hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, sis?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm in the state of Oklahoma, Oklahoma City in the United States.
Yes.
But you said something that I thought was really important and that I think, and you know, people are going to disagree with this, but I really think, I believe, not I think, this is actually the truth. And you're going to hear my lawn guy out there doing the lawn, so I forgive me for that. I can't stop him. I need him to finish that and go on about his business. But I wanted to say this. I think it really is important for us to actually do the DNA test. However, we need to understand that we were not just people who were enslaved, because if you've watched some of the shows, one of them is Finding Our Roots, you'll see that every Black person in the United States was not kidnapped from Africa and brought here. Some of us were already here.
Oh,
and that's one. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So some of us were already here. And there's another person that you can actually get a lot of history from, and that's Dame Calloway. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but Dame Calloway, who is listed, has a lot of truth concerning Black people here in America, and that every single one of us was not, when I say us, I'm talking about our ancestors, were not kidnapped from Africa. Some of us, like I said, were already here. We were here before the Europeans even came. And that's one of the reasons why they actually called Indians Indians, because when the so-called founder...
You're talking about Native Indians, or like India? You're talking about
I'm talking about American so-called Indians.
Okay.
We were given a lie about who they actually were. The people that were already here because keep this in mind. People of Africa were so smart. They already had their ships. They were already, okay, so there's a lot of things that are being found in the United States that we don't hear about, which are different sculptures that came directly out of Egypt. So that tells you that we were already here. We were already here as a people. But yes, there was some of us that actually were kidnapped and actually brought here. But just because we are here doesn't mean all of us were kidnapped and brought here. Some of us were already here. And that's the point I'm trying to make. Now, back to the DNA test. Okay, so you do a DNA test to try to find out what tribe you're with. No ifs, ands, and buts. If it says that you are part of the Bantu tribe, or if it says that you come from East, North, West, South Africa, then that's probably really where you're from. But I want to say this. Number one, we did not create the DNA test. They want us. Here's another thing too, because I want people to understand this. When we say that because we have maybe a white mom or a white dad, that we're mixed, we are not. Africans were the first people on this earth, considering Africa being the largest continent, the
Mhm.
oldest continent. We were here first.
Mhm.
Our DNA is dominant, while
Yeah.
white people's DNA is not. We can
Yes.
make every single type of baby out there, whether
Mhm.
you're dark chocolate all the way up to mocha. I don't care what. Okay, I get so passionate about this. I
No,
apologize. I'm not trying to take over
no,
your
no.
show, but I want people to positively understand that because we are the dominant um, people of this earth,
Mhm.
everybody else stems from us. We don't stem from them. You can't be a mixture of somebody. You are black, no matter what, unless your skin doesn't make melanin, and then you're albino, but you're still part of that nation. You're
Mhm.
still part of the African American people, who is the father of all mankind. It's gonna be some
Yes.
people that's gonna send me some hate mail. I don't care, because I ain't listening to you. I just know what the truth is. And that's what I'm
Okay.
trying to get people to actually understand.
Okay.
That we
So
are the dominant. I'm
I am
sorry.
I'm fully aware of that, and I'm glad you brought that up. Africans have been all over. I mean, the original people in Asia were Africans. I mean, Buddha was African. If
Yes.
you have been to Mexico, if you've been to Guatemala, Belize, what are there? Pyramids. The indigenous people were Africans there.
Yes.
There's a book called We Came Before Columbus. I definitely know the history that we were everywhere. Yes, I 100% believe in
No, no, no.
everything
I
that
know you know that because I've listened to you. I know you know
this is
that, but I'm
why
trying to get your audience to understand. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, and this is why that I'm doing this DNA test, because I want to open up the conversation, because I don't believe that we all, at least the African Americans, we all came directly through slavery. I do believe that Africans were here before that thing happened, but I personally know at least my family history as far as on my dad's side, they were able to track through. He comes from Alabama, so we know
Okay.
exactly the plantation that that side of the family came from. So I just been on the search of like, who am I really underneath all the layers that we put on ourselves. And I think that also has something to do. Both of my parents are deceased, so and they were very Afrocentric. They were going to Africa in the 80s. They would dress in all Nigerian garb.
Oh wow! I would have loved to have seen that.
Eventually, I'll share with you guys more about who they are. But they left an imprint on me, and I think over the years, as I have traveled all over the world and done different things and explored, I think everything comes back to returning to yourself. And
Okay.
as for me, as I grow as a woman, as I grow deeper in my own spirituality, you realize that everything starts back with you. So
Yes.
in order to really know you, you have to know your history. And I know that there are so many things that they place on us to stop us from understanding that history, stop us from loving who we really are. And a lot of that comes with our connection to Africa. Because if you
Right.
don't even see yourself as an African, how do you fully embody who you are as a person? Because in America, we sound like them, we learn English, we try to pretty much assimilate to the European culture rather than knowing what our own culture is. Through slavery, they stripped away, at least in the Americas, they stripped away language, they stripped away families. So much stuff was taken away, and yet still we rose, yet still we created music. We had so much stuff that still came out of us, because you can't take the African out of us.
Exactly. Exactly. And I agree with you 100% on that. And the fact is that we didn't even know that we had a culture, because that's how much we were assimilated.
Yeah.
When they've conditioned us to think a certain way, that's how you think, because you don't know anything different. So now that we're learning who we are and what we have done, I tell people all the time, and nobody has to agree with me on this, there's only one race, which is the human race. And in that race, the Negroid are the ones that have created everybody. So you have the Negroid, which is us, and then you have the Caucasoid, which is the white people, and then you have the Mongoloid, which are Asian people. And that's researchable. You can look it up and you'll know that the oldest human being found in a bone structure would have been a black woman. The oldest. You can look that up. It's researchable. You can listen to Dr. Leakey, which was a white man who was trying to demonstrate and tell people these are bones that I found, because he was an archaeologist, and he was also a person who studied cultures. So he would tell you a lot of stuff. He's dead now, but you can go back to YouTube and look him up, and he will explain a whole bunch of stuff to you that maybe you did not know. He was trying to tell the truth, but of course the truth never hits us. And now it's time for us to research, go back as you are doing, to find out who we are and what we need to be doing. And even if that means making a whole home trip back to the motherland. And that's all I wanted to say. But I appreciate your channel, and I thank you for letting me come on to express myself as well.
Of course, you're more than welcome. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sis, peace and love. Thank you.
Peace and love.
Okay, you guys. I just want to say one thing, piggybacking off of what T was saying. As a traveler, I've traveled. I haven't been everywhere at all, but what I have noticed, like when I go to Mexico or Central America, I've never been to South America, or even when I spent time in India, everywhere I went, I felt Africa, like the footprints of Africa there, especially when I was in India. And going back to what she was saying, how we were first in the Americas, that there is a large portion of us who traveled to the Americas before slavery. I believe that the imprint of Africa is all over the world, and you'll feel it if you pay attention to it when you travel. So I just want to say that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull back up my DNA for the people who just are logging on. And I just want to say, my friend Gemma, yes, I'm part Tanzanian, sis. Okay, so the next thing, I think we're talking about the Cameroons, the Bantu Western people, and then Ivory Coast and Ghana. European, that is because of slavery. So, and then Mali, Benin and Togo, Senegal, Portugal, Northern Africa was surprising, Ireland, and then Italy. So all the others is definitely due through slavery, but I'm West African. So I'm just gonna go through these comments, and then you guys are more than welcome to come on. I believe I put the link in the comments. Yes. Okay, so true. I think you guys are just responding to what we were talking about. I don't know. Why do these Native Black Americans stay on Pan-African, etc. channels like who? I don't know. Thank you. I don't think you were understanding. You want to elaborate if anyone wants to come on. Okay, let me just get through these comments. She's right. Africans sailed across the Atlantic Ocean to the Americas before Europeans. Absolutely. I don't know what the best test is. This ancestry kind of gives you a roundabout makeup. And like I said, African ancestry will tell you based off of your maternal or paternal lineage, and it will tell you the tribe that you come from and if you are even African. I'm sorry that she felt confused. Where do Black people come from? I mean, the whole concept of even being Black, where is Black land? We're African. I get what she's saying. You are the seed of your father. Am I repeating some of these? Okay, Donna is telling us her makeup, so it's very similar to my makeup. Like I said, a lot of African Americans are going to be Nigerian, Cameroon, Ghanaian, West African. Yes, so we are definitely indigenous to the entire planet. There's someone else's channel. It's a friend of mine here. Oh my God, I forgot the name of his channel, but he's really into the history of Africa and Asia. I'm going to try to find his channel. But he was the one that was telling me about even like when I was in India, I felt Africa there. Some of the Hindu gods, like Kali is black. Some of the artwork felt very African. Even the way that they dressed with the saris and all that stuff felt very reminiscent to Africa. Even if you go into, and I'm not doing a whole discussion on Asia because I'm not that familiar with it, but I'm just bringing it up. But even if you go into like Buddha, he had a wide nose. He's known to be a Black African. Does anybody want to come on the live? I put the link, I'll put it again in the comments to get a different perspective. You are more than welcome to join us. She is right. African American is the dominant. Of course, yes, absolutely. We definitely know that. Thank you. But did they write down their own history? I think a lot of the history was stolen. It was stripped away. Yeah. You know, I was watching this guy's DNA live, or not live DNA results. He was physically African American, but he did his African ancestry, and it came back that he was not African descent because of the lineage he came through. African was mixed in, but because of the lineage, he came from a European lineage, which was disheartening for him. I would be devastated to know that I wasn't African. But yeah, I don't know how they figured that out. Okay, you guys, they made it, yes, they made it our duty to rape the offspring. Hey, Edwin. I think I'm missing a lot of comments. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get through these. I appreciate the information from the guests. But all Africans all over the world need to start investing in Africa, where they need to build accordingly to their desire and be free. I agree with you, but you know, everybody has the right to live and do whatever they want to do. But I do believe that as Africans, we should be investing in Africa 100%. Do you want to come on the live? Do y'all want to come? Y'all be acting shy. Yes, that's the next test that I want to do is African ancestry. Okay, so you're gonna come on? I'm gonna put the link back in. I definitely would love to have you guys' perspective, who's here, who's Tanzanian. I'm inviting you personally to come on the live. So which one did I do? I said I did the ancestry DNA. So this is what you're looking at right here. This is my makeup. This is at least what ancestry.com said that my makeup is. Pretty much, I think it works out to being like 89% African and 11% other. Congolese. So I think that this, yeah, the Cameroon, Congo, Western Bantu, that is the same thing. So I'm interested to know what that breakdown is, because how are they just clumping all these countries together? That's weird, but I guess they can't pinpoint it. And then Southern Eastern African, 64% Nigerian between others. Yeah, most of us are Nigerian. That was through 23andMe. I bet Tanzania is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. how was the safari park? Did you watch the video? That will tell you exactly. I will come. My camera will be off for now. Okay. Come on. You guys are more than welcome to come through on the live. I'm going to put it again on the link. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you to have an open discussion about not only my makeup, but obviously other people have shared their makeup. I really want to know, again, from someone who's continental Africa, what they feel about this, because I don't know, it's not something that you guys even have to think about doing an ancestry test, because you know the tribe you come from, you have that history there. So what do you guys feel who are born in Africa, not only born in Africa, but that are whatever country you are, you know your lineage, you know your history, you know your grandma, back, you know all of that. What do you guys feel about these type of tests? What do you guys feel about us from the diaspora having to do these things to kind of get a better understanding of who we are? I would love for one of you guys to come on and talk about that, or even talk about history. If you want to come on, who wants to come on? Hello? Okay, so I'm gonna take this off the screen. If anybody else who had their DNA done, if they wanna put in the comments where they're from. I think I missed a couple comments. I'm Nigerian. Let me tell you something. African history is mostly oral. Yes, some of our culture has been lost in time. My tribe had the writing called, I don't know how to pronounce that in Nigeria. Look it up. I'm going to look it up. Let me just screenshot this. What does that mean exactly? And how was it lost if it was oral? Who stopped telling the stories? Also, like, who stopped telling the stories, and how is the history now being passed down into this new generation, especially with technology? How are we continuing as Africans? How are we continuing the legacies, the history of who we are as a people? Okay, we have someone coming on. Mambo Kaka, hold on, let me change the screen. Hello. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, sis?
Yes, I can hear you. Welcome.
Awesome. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well, by the grace. Yes, I can hear you.
Good. Thank you for joining the live.
Oh, definitely. Thanks for having me.
What's going on?
Doing awesome. Yes, I wanted to know because, the ancestry, the founder of it, that scares me, basically. Because I do know that, the white man has always been thinking like 20 steps ahead. So I'm pretty sure he kind of thought that we were going to come to this point where we would question where we come from, and then we would start, looking. So so that's what that kind of scares me. You see what I'm saying?
It
So I don't
scares
know
you
if
in
anybody else feels like that.
the sense of like why these tests are available, like what is the real purpose behind it? What do you mean? Are you there?
Yes, I'm right here.
Also, what do you mean? Like, what are you afraid of?
Well, afraid of being lied to
What
again.
they're doing with the DNA, or what that they're lying to us based off of, like, what do you mean? Elaborate, just so I can have a better understanding.
Well, basically, we are gonna be misled again.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So just to have that in the back of my head is like, okay, should I do this or should I just not do it?
I mean,
You know?
I think that you should do whatever you feel like you want to do. I mean, I know that it's not necessary. It's not necessary to get a DNA test to know that you are African. That is 100% fact. This was a personal decision that I made. I mean, I even have family members that are like, "Why are you doing this?" I just wanted to know. I wanted to physically see it. I don't think it's necessary. I think that when you come here, when you come to the motherland, people will tell you. You'll be able to see as you travel more who you resemble. I know that people here have said that I look like certain tribes. People have said I look I'm from Congo, definitely Nigeria. I mean, just even the whole concept. I think go back to Africa when I did the Wonderlist for Africa interview with him. He was talking about how in Africa there wasn't any borders. So even the video I'm going to show you guys on Sunday is with the Maasai, and the Maasai were telling me how they came from Egypt and they migrated down to Tanzania. So as Africans, are we just all one people? Is the concept of tribes, where did that even come from? It started from your family unit and then it built upon that. So all of this stuff is like, I mean, we are one. All the stuff, these divisions are made up anyways.
Right,
I mean,
exactly. And you have
when
like
you break it down, but on another level, on a human level, it's like we are in this world where we do have separation, where we do have 54 countries in Africa. There has been a lot of time where as tribes mix, you look a certain way when you come from that tribe. So there's any ways that you can look at it. It just depends on your own perspective. I personally don't think you should be operating in fear. If it's something you don't want to do it, then don't do it. Period. But
right, exactly.
that's
So this brings me to my next point is that I've been doing more because today I have a channel on YouTube, and I'm more focused on people that's made that transition or have even
okay.
thought about just traveling and coming back to Africa.
Mhm.
Because at first when I heard about the great coming back to Africa, I thought that was like a joke, because according to history, um, we were sold. Africans sold us to the white man. You know what I'm saying? So that's still as like a stigma for me. You know what I mean? Like for the longest.
I mean,
But
I think it's about perspective. I think that if you look at
right,
it that way, that's gonna give you a certain feeling about Africa if you feel like you were sold, or
right,
if
and I
you
agree.
look at it that we were taken. I mean, regardless of what happened, it happened. So you can get into the
Right,
nitty
right.
gritty of the technicals, but everything is divine.
Yeah,
All things will
exactly.
end up for
And I
good.
completely agree because, like I said, for a certain period of time, I just didn't have that in mind. But nowadays, it's become like in my vision board, something that I want to do. And
Mhm.
also, I wanted to talk about the ancestry. I've seen yours, so now, in a way, I kind of just want to see what mine looks like, even though I know it's not gonna be
I hear
100%
I
accurate.
hear an accent. Are you Caribbean?
Yeah, I was born in Haiti.
I was gonna say, are you Haitian?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I lived in New York for like 6 years, so I
Okay.
know I know Haitians. I know all
Well, that's
the
awesome.
different
That's awesome.
like
Yeah,
that.
so I was born in Haiti. Yeah, but I've been here since I was like 12.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, even
Mhm.
the Caribbean history. I mean, it's different from the African American history. A lot of the things that were removed from Americans were kept in the Caribbean. That's why when you go to the Caribbeans, they feel more similar to Africa because it wasn't stripped as badly as American slaves. But yeah, thank you for coming on and bringing your perspective. Have you started uploading on your channel?
No, I'm thinking about doing that soon, but I cannot lie. I'm kind of like scared to do that, but hopefully I break out of it.
So, brother man, you need to release the fear.
Yeah,
Do your
yeah.
meditation.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Because the thing about fear, it really holds you from the goodness that life has to offer you. I mean, I'm here now talking to you, a
Right,
complete
exactly.
stranger. If I was
Exactly.
afraid,
So
none of us would be having this energy exchange. So you have something unique to bring to the world that other people are waiting for you to show up. So I encourage you to get out there. And do you have plans to come to Africa?
yes, I do have plans, but I don't have, of course, an exact date in mind or whatever. But like I said, today it's more of a, it's in my face. You know what I mean? And I want to do it. So I'm
Yeah,
looking at all the
I,
avenues, and of course,
I
I want to connect with someone like someone like yourself or someone that I'm following that who could I don't know, like um bounce information back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And even support someone that's already there, whichever
yeah.
way that I can, so that you can have that someone that's there and that's going through the motion, and that can relate back,
Mhm.
what is and what's not. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
thanks for having me.
appreciate. Yeah, of course. You're more than welcome. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Hmm. All right. Welcome. Wait, I can't see who's here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. How are you?
Good. How are you? How do I pronounce your name?
Yeah, so that's the issue. You need to Google it. The first one at least.
Google your
That
name.
the first one is very common. If you Google the first one, you see it's just a symbol that I picked up from my tribe. So that's called
And
Nsibidi.
how do I put Nisibidi? Okay.
Nsibidi. Yeah, is the ancient writing system of my tribe in
And this
Nigeria.
is Nigeria.
Yeah.
So
So
wait, this is
the name.
tribe name, or are you? Because I do
No.
know, I know the three major tribes. I know there's more tribes. I know Igbo,
Yeah.
Hauser, and oh my God, what's the third one? Igbo, Hauser,
Yoruba.
and Yoruba.
Yoruba.
Why don't?
So
Yeah.
in Nigeria, you have more than 300 ethnic groups with their languages
Mhm.
and cultures. Some of them are similar, some are distinct, but the languages you don't understand each other. It's not like a dialect. I mean, like a Yoruba person will not understand what an Igbo man is speaking.
Uh-huh.
You have Urobo, you have Ibibio, you have Nupe, you have Gwari, you have Jukum, you have Tiv, you have Idoma, you have Igede, you have Kanuri, so many.
Mm.
Like that's where you have the largest population of Black Africans. Yeah, you prefer it that way. So just a quick thing. I just want to congratulate you, number one, on your DNA test. So you are kind of my sister.
Oh,
And
thank you.
yeah, so to clarify, the last speaker mentioned about Africans selling, um, I mean,
African American.
Africans in diaspora. So this is
Mm-hmm.
a huge misconception, huge
Mm-hmm.
misinformation amongst Africans in diaspora. The
Mm-hmm.
thing is this, prior to, so in West Africa, West Africa is fairly new. Before the Great Bantu migration, West
Mm-hmm.
Africa was almost bare. There was nothing literally there.
Mm-hmm.
People moved away from where you have Egypt now, all the way down south to Tanzania to South Africa, and others moved towards DRC Congo, to Chad, to Niger Republic, down to Ghana, Nigeria, and up to Senegal. So people moving along the line all through this along this migration period, they kind of will lose their culture in a way. They'll pick up new words, they'll bring in new slangs, and then languages evolve. So that's why you end up having tribes. When people
Mm-hmm.
gather together and they start using some words,
Mm-hmm.
um, they kind of start identifying themselves as a group, as a tribe. So over
Mm-hmm.
time, you have the evolution of tribes. So yeah, so that's the writing that was used by the Bibio tribe, the Igbo tribe, the Ejagams. In fact, in southeastern Nigeria, tribes in that region used that system of writing before the Europeans came. So
Mm-hmm.
that was just one thing I wanted you to know. Number two, about selling of Africans in diaspora. The thing was not like there was a certain group of people. Oh,
Mhm.
these guys, they are not part of us. Let's sell them to the Europeans. No.
Mhm.
What happened is that people had, when tribes evolved, they started struggling over land and resources.
Mhm.
It is a natural human phenomenon to survive. You don't understand what the other person is saying. I
Mhm.
don't, I'm from a different tribe. He's from a different tribe. So we fight over land. We fight over water resources.
Mhm.
As such, when they had contact with the Europeans and the Europeans had gone to Americas and they were looking for cheap labor, what they did was that, okay, I can give you guns if you can give me people to work my land. And
Mhm.
two tribes will go to war, and I capture people from your tribe. I sell them over to the Europeans and get guns to be able to defeat you in battle, right? Some also were that a group of people also saw it as a profitable business venture. So what they did was to raid people's homes and villages in the dead of the night. Whoever they pick up, they send those people down to the slave ships.
Mhm.
So so it was, and some were directly kidnapped by the Europeans. So there were three ways that people were sold off or were taken away from their home state. It wasn't
Mhm.
like a group of people. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say here is this. It's not like the Igbo people said, okay, let's sell the Yoruba people to the Europeans. No, it was every tribe within an intertribal and intertribal conflict gave rise to people, selling off their kids and kin. So it is a very sad history that I'm from Nigeria. I'm from homeland Nigeria. I'm a proud Ibibio man. I've lived in Europe. I've lived in the West. Currently up in the West right now, speaking to you. But the thing is that there's no way we can apologize enough. I wasn't there. None of us alive right now was alive when this thing went on. So,
Mhm.
but from oral history that has been passed down to me through my grandfather, who had the history from his ancestors also, this is what happened. So, but a lot
Mhm.
of people don't know exactly what happened. Is when you get on the homeland and you find somebody in this locality to put you through some form of, a review or overview of what transpired. It's only then that you identify that really it wasn't a deliberate thing that people decided against your own ancestors to sell them into slavery. Some people were taken from their own homes. Their moms were crying because, look at, for instance, you're in Tanzania, you've seen how things are. You go to the
Mhm.
farm, the parents might go to the farm and leave the young ones behind. And before they come back, slave raiders have come into the house and picked up that child. What happens?
Mhm.
I mean, it wasn't a deliberate thing that happened, but it's a very sad history, very, very sad. And the only way we could, kind of bridge the gap is for us to like align with our African diaspora and see how we can heal the wounds. It's not by keeping on, the animosity that will solve the issue. It's for us to find common grounds like what you're doing, which I really appreciate, and
Mhm.
find a way to heal ourselves. Nobody likes you anywhere except in Africa. Just get that correct. If you like, go to China, go to Asia, go to Europe, go to South America, they don't like you. It's only when you get into the motherland, you see the genuine, welcome that you'll be
Mhm.
accorded. And of course, you'll be taken as one of us. So that's one thing I needed to clarify. And the thing is that there are certain things that in my culture, for instance, and the Igbo culture, and the Bibio culture, Efik culture, and the Ejagam culture, that is very pertinent. For instance, male children are circumcised on the eighth day um, after birth. And these are
Mhm.
practices that were carried on. If you, for instance, if you have ever read the Bible, you'll find it
Mhm.
there. That was given, in the Torah. But this practice was not taught to my people by the Europeans. No, they came to meet my people doing this stuff thousands of years ago. How did it come about? We don't know. But definitely that practice came from migration from Egypt. They held on to that all the way from their movement from Egypt to where we are in present day Nigeria, and it's ongoing till today. It's a practice that is ongoing. My grandfather did that, my father did that, I did that, and so on and so forth. It's something that has been held on, but some things we've left behind. So coming back to where you really come from with the DNA, we are just one. I guess that's what I'm trying to highlight. But with the evolution of time, people migrated, and as such, things change. You could imagine what have happened over thousands of years. But I don't want to keep you waiting, but I just want to summarize and say, number one, thank you for having me. And then congrats on your DNA testing. And I also hope that you'll be able to spread the word to other people in the diaspora as per what really happened about the slavery. It wasn't that a group of people said, oh, let's sell them off. No, it was a sad thing, yes, of course, but it was something that people did out of greed for people that benefited out of it, stealing people's children and daughters, and parents to sell to the slave traders, and also during conflict. This is the only reason. And some were directly kidnapped by Europeans. So it wasn't. I wasn't there when anybody was sold. So I can't take responsibility for that, but I can take responsibility for what happened by saying I'm sorry, right? So then we find a common ground to heal and move forward. But then again, it's like you said, not everybody will make Africa home. But for somebody like you,
something that I appreciate you coming on. This is exactly why I have this platform, and I don't make it about myself like that one guy that was saying. This really isn't about me. I'm just being a vessel, and I'm using myself as an example to inspire other people, and so other people will feel connected. I think the people who are gravitating to this channel, they have a desire not only to travel, but to travel to the motherland, and to people like yourself who are from Nigeria or from Senegal, wherever you're from, and you're in the States, you still have that pull to come home. Like you said, we are all one. And I think it's important to have these conversations, one, because there's a lot of misconception between Africans and African Americans, and in order to heal, we have to have these dialects. Like you apologize. I mean, that means something. I think that it's significant because a lot of people have that mindset of, you guys sold us, why will we ever want to come there when we weren't wanted? You feel like you were discarded and you got sold to the worst of the worst, which were the European slave owners. I think that in order to move forward, we do have to unite as one, to really look at ourselves as Africans, as uniting together, so that we can. I'm sorry. Let me call you back. I'm gonna. Bye. So that we don't have this disconnection. We have to let it go. I mean, I'm not saying let go of slavery, of the history, of the pain. Well, yeah, no, we have to let go of the trauma, but we have to, at least amongst ourselves, bridge the gap and come together, forgive, have unity, see each other as we are one. And like our sis said, she said, we are uniquely different. We're not all the same. We all, from all over the world, we all carry something very special. Just as human beings, even if you are a twin, you're still going to be different. But in order to really build Africa, we can't do it if we have a mindset of being separate, if we have a mindset of division, as you are Nigerian and I'm American, I'm better than you because of, we got to let that go. And really, even as African Americans, to me, why I have this and why it's so important that I have other people on the live, because I don't know a lot of stuff. I am not an expert. So I'm learning every time someone comes on, whether you're from the States or whether you are from a country in Africa, Tanzania, Tanzania. I'm always learning. I'm always on a quest to learn, just to better myself as a person. So, I mean, you've given us a lot of history. Even, I don't know if you can see the screen, but I pulled up all the symbols. Can you see the screen where you're
Yeah,
at?
I can see it. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
This
Do you
writing
mind
was taught.
talking about that?
So yeah, that's the writing. So this was taught after your initiation. When you become when you become for a man, when you attain the age of initiation into the so we had like a traditional system where you have the Igbo society. So when you
Mhm.
come of age as a man, when during the ceremony, that's when you be taught this writing. For the women, the same thing. When you come of age as a woman, you also be taught. So actually, it wasn't. So the problem was that it wasn't taught to everybody in the community. It was only taught to people who had done their ceremony of coming of age as a man or woman, and that's when you start learning how to write this writing. But when the Europeans came, this was destroyed. So it's only a few people back home now still know how to write it, and we're actually reviving it now. We're actually reviving it.
Wow.
And anytime you are going to the West Coast, like Nigeria, Ghana, just let us know, let someone know, so we could get you connected to people.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, in the future, next year,
Yeah,
I want to be traveling to West Africa.
yeah,
But I appreciate all the things that you said, even the things that people don't just that we may disagree upon. Everybody has the right to their own opinion. And for me, it's all about healing and unity. So, however we have to get there, I think that sometimes we have to let go of things that don't serve us. And
yeah,
sometimes
for
with certain
sure.
mindsets, it holds us back
All right.
completely.
Thank
But
you for
thank
having
you.
me.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
more than welcome.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. That was a great caller, you guys. This is why I'm here. I appreciate you guys. And again, I put the live for you guys to come on. But I'm just going to go through some of these comments. A lot of people were agreeing with him. Yes, we must overlook to overcome. He's right. Yes. Let's see. Okay. Um, there's only one race, but there are a huge group of nationalities. What was that noise? Yeah, I don't believe in the spirit of fear. I don't believe in that energy whatsoever. Okay, so being Black does not mean that we're all the same, first of all, first foremost. Okay, next, I believe we were sold. Okay, so this is what I just want to say to you. Like, our beliefs are so impactful, and it changes our decisions. It carries so much weight on what we choose to believe in. So if your belief is that we were sold, my question to you is, one, how does that serve you moving forward? Are you able to forgive if you believe that we were sold? And because of those beliefs, is that holding you back from you coming, though you want to come here, but do you want to come and unite? That's my question. Because if it doesn't serve you, why hold on to it? That's just my own personal thoughts about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not here to decode DNA. I'm just here to share what I have received, information I received about myself, and to have a dialogue, because there's a lot of different ideas about who we are, how we got to where we are. So again, I'm inviting you guys to come on the live. I would love for someone from Tanzania to come on the live. I'm inviting you personally. And I would love to have another African American on the live. Anybody who wants to come, you guys are more than welcome. But I would love to have another discussion, a different perspective, if you want to come. So let's see. That's good. I think that forgiveness, this is such a cliche, but for when they say like forgiveness is for you and not for them, it is so true, because we hold on to so much unforgiveness. It is toxic to our souls. It literally doesn't serve us. And forgiveness happens over time. It's not like you just say, oh, I forgive what happened through slavery, and you're just over it, because you're kind of you're still living in the results of it. I think it takes intention, and it takes over time of just like letting stuff go and allowing yourself to be human. If you're angry, if you, whatever you're feeling, you have the right to feel those things. But I think that the more you forgive, the better you will be in life as a human being. But I think for you, I think you just need to experience coming back home, and a lot of your perspectives will shift, because Mama Africa is going to speak to you personally when you're here. So I just encourage you to, one, start your channel and come back home to visit or to live. I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you? Okay, I came in late. What are your results? Let me pull it back up. And before I do that, I'm just gonna put another link in because I want someone else to come join me. Okay, so let me just pull up my results again so you guys can see. Let me see, how do I do that? Share. I still get nervous doing these lives. I really do. But you guys make it easier, especially when you come on with me, because I still am a little shy. Okay, so here are my results for those who just came on. This is the main results. Yes, I agree with you. All you can do is start from where you are, and with the intention of wanting to be a better person, to want to know your roots, to want to learn more about Africa. That's all you have to do is start, and you've already started that journey. So I appreciate you coming on and being truthful and being honest with how you feel, because that's all we can do. I'm gonna see if I missed any of the comments above, but mostly my DNA says West African, and a bit of European, hardly any. I have like no Native American. A lot of Black people say that they are Native American. I have none in me. My sister did her results and she had like 1% Native American. Okay, you guys. So I know you guys like me asking you 10 times to come on the live. So I'm gonna ask you again to come on. Don't be shy. You can come on with no camera, even though I prefer to see your pretty face or handsome face. But yeah, come on. I don't bite. Let's see. Yes, West African. How is the process of what? What are you asking? Elaborate on what? I missed what I was saying. What do you want me to elaborate on? I use ancestry.com. I'm not endorsing or promoting it. I'm just sharing what I personally did. If you want to know what tribe you're from, technically you would have to use African Ancestry. And through African Ancestry, I believe it pulls from your maternal and your paternal DNA. So I think there's 2 different tests that you have to pull from. I believe that people say that your true lineage comes from your mother. If I'm incorrect, let me know. But yeah, so for me, and if you get that done, then it's done for your whole family. So only one person needs to get it done. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It does really feel good to know. Because honestly, growing up, though I've always had a connection with Africa, I didn't see myself as African at all. I just saw myself as American. I mean, African American, but like, you don't really think that, I don't know how to explain it without saying the wrong thing, but yeah, it's like there is a huge disconnect between being American and being African. And to know that like there's so much from all these different countries, right? All these different tribes, all these different makeups, all these ancestors that are in me that makes me who I am. It's amazing. It's like, I want to know their stories. I want to know how they thought, like what they did, how were the women, it's just so much to know that I just want to know. That obviously I won't know because I can't go back in time, but I know that I am my ancestors, that I am here because they lived. I'm here because we were taken or sold. I'm here because of it all. So, where'd you get those results from? Did you just hear me? I don't know if you just came on ancestry.com. Am I going to try to take the African one? I think I will eventually, because I do want to know. I would love to know my tribe. One of my YouTube friends, Queen K, she did her African. I don't know if you guys watch her channel. Definitely check out her channel. She did her test and she found out that she is from Sierra Leone, the Mende tribe. So there is a big difference between knowing the tribe and knowing the percentage of your DNA makeup. Big respect to you, sister, but Africa is one. You can stay where you want to stay. I agree. It is. I definitely agree. Thank you. Are you going to visit Nigeria next? I've actually visited Nigeria, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to visit Nigeria next. It's most likely going to be an East African country based off of my location. Yeah. Okay, you guys, do you want to come on the live? I'm going to put it in the link again. All you do is click the link and then you appear. Again, like I said, you can come on, you can show your face, or we could just hear your voice. I don't want to put too much pressure on people because it's a lot. So please come on. Okay, let me read some more of these comments while I'm waiting for this special person to come on the live next. Imagine your parents off to the farm, you're playing hide and seek, and your older sister starts to disappear, but suddenly kidnappers invade your village. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know that's how, like, that's what the other caller was saying, how a lot of these things happened, that you were just living your regular life and then your siblings come up missing or your mom comes up missing. It's traumatic and you feel it, it's in your DNA. And a lot of that trauma coming back here, I've been able to process it. I've been able to like release some of it. It's definitely healing not being in an all white environment. I would definitely say that coming back here. Thank you. Yes, that's my girl. That's my sis. I don't know. I believe it got on sale. I got like a 2-for-1 special because I bought one for my sister. She wasn't really that interested, but I bought it for her anyways. But I want to say I spent like $50 or $100. I do know that the African ancestry is a little bit more pricey. It is, I want to say around like $300 or $400 per test. So you don't just get, like you have to, if you want the maternal or if you want the paternal, those are two separate tests. I don't think there's anybody to blame at this point. I think that we have to move beyond blaming because it's happened. It's the past now. So yeah, I don't think that we should blame people anymore. I think that we should just move on and try to heal. I think that if you are in America, I think that you should, this is my opinion, I'm not telling anybody what to do, but I just know for myself that I decided that I wanted to know more about where I originally come from. So I'm on that journey. You guys are witnessing that journey. I don't look at any type of blame. I do know that slavery was awful. So, but I think we have to move past. We have to move past that. I have no idea. I don't work for them. I don't know, but you should look it up if you want to do that test or do the. I would do the African Ancestry 23andMe. If you want to do that, you don't have to do that. Come back here. People will definitely tell you where you're from. Unable to read the results. Like you can't see it, or let me see. Yeah. So these are my results. Again, I'm gonna put the link. Is anybody from Tanzania on the live that wants to come on and chat with me? No? Okay, I think I missed a couple of these. But again, if you are new, if you're just tuning in, I am Marian and I am currently living in Tanzania. I'm definitely on a journey to discover Africa, to discover myself on a deeper level, which is why I'm sharing this journey with you guys to also inspire, light that fire within you to whatever you feel to do the same or not to. No, of course. Well, I mean, I'll never know. I'll never know 100%. You can only know unless you have, like he was saying, that oral history or written history. But yeah, you never know. Oh, Asante Kaka. Okay, so who's here that wants to come on the live with me? Do you guys want to come? I love when you guys come in here. I love hearing your opinions. I love listening to your voices. So I would love to have that dialect going on. So who is not shy that wants to come on, or who's available? I don't want to even say shy because I know some of you guys are at work, or maybe you're with your families. It is late here in Tanzania, but it is, what time is it back in the States? What state are you guys in? Where are you guys tuning in from? Let me know in the comments where you guys are watching me from. Are you in Africa? Are you in America, Europe? Where are you guys at? Nothing. You guys, these lives aren't easy, so I'm gonna need y'all to engage a little bit. So I'm not left here on my own. Florida, thank you. It's 4 o'clock. Yeah, he's in Florida also. South Carolina, Ohio. I appreciate you guys not leaving me hanging. Is Again, does anybody want to come on the live with me? I think you guys just like asking me. You guys like to hear me ask you over and over instead of just coming on. But it's pretty simple. You just click the link and you come on. NYC is in the house. Wow, such a beautiful photo of you. You have locks? Very beautiful. You look Egyptian. Boston, hey sis. I've seen your face before. Arusha. I still need to go down to Arusha. There's so many places in Tanzania I want to visit, but Arusha is definitely one of them. Or maybe I'll move down there after my lease is up. I don't know. England, Essex, Tanzania. Yes, you hard-headed people. I plan to visit Tanzania again. When did you visit before? When was the first time you visited? Oh, Asante. Florida. So we got a lot of Florida. 3 Floridas in the house. Atlanta. I have family in Atlanta. Hey fam. Little Diamond. Oh, you went bald a couple years ago. I'm sorry. Yes, I like my locks a lot. Oh, you were just here. Wow. How much for a month for 1 bedroom decent to visit? I mean, with the Airbnb, you're going to spend more money, but like in my area, I would say you can find a decent Airbnb for like $20 to $25 a night. And now if you're renting, you can either rent a room. Like if you're serious and you want to get connected with some of the communities here, there are plenty of people that rent rooms, and you can probably find a room for rent under $400. If you want to get like a 1 bedroom by yourself to rent, like if you're moving here, you could definitely get one for under, depending on where you, like if you want to live in more of the city area, you're going to be looking at, I actually haven't seen that many 1 bedrooms, but I'm guessing you could probably find something for like 200 range. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't know exactly. Nola, I was going to move to New Orleans. I want to live everywhere, honestly, you guys, but I love New Orleans. We name or Sana. I don't know what that means. We did. Nai means and. I'm gonna just look this up. Google Transit is literally my best friend because I'm always using it. Oh, thank you. That means she is beautiful. Asante Sana. New beginnings. Hey sis, how's LA? Oh, what part of Tanzania did you come? Did you come to Dar? Did you go to Zanzibar? Istanbul, Turkey. Are you African? I can tell from your picture. I should say cut them off a couple years ago because they were heavy. So they grew really long. Let's see. Oh, the link. Okay, let me send the link. Someone wants to come on. There's a link for you to come on. I'm gonna go through the comments. Yes, please come on. I would love to have you. Ooh, I can't wait until my locks grow long. Oh, thank you. I appreciate them. I'm gonna have more great content coming up in the future. Calgary, Canada. Oh, Nigerian. Another Nigerian in the house. Central Africa. Yes, I want to go to every single country in Africa. When I'm going to do those things, I don't know, based off of the current state of the world. But you're from the Congo, right? Is that where you're from? Oh, happy I didn't go to New Orleans. I think I definitely romanticized living in New Orleans because of the jazz and the history and the food. Yeah. How about the Maasai video? That's coming out on Sunday. I just need to finish editing it. But yeah, Sundays and Tuesdays, I think I'm gonna do vlogs, and then Thursdays, I'll probably do the lives. The thing about the background music is copywriting. So I don't think I can play like the kind of music I want to play. But I'm sorry that I can't entertain you with background music, but I believe for the copywriting, I can't play like what I was playing at the beginning. Okay, so you've seen a lot. Probably not. Okay, so you guys, I just put out that link. Who was on there that wanted to come on? If you want to still come on, this is the link. Just scroll up and click it. It's very simple. I've been on for an hour and 20 minutes, so I would love to have like one or two more people come on the live before we log off. Oh, Ugandan. I want to go to Uganda. How did you end up in Turkey? Tell me about Uganda. I want to know more about Uganda. What does that mean? I don't know what DSM. I don't know what that means. No, I'm just letting them like grow. I put in braids. I think you've seen me a couple of videos with like braids, but no, I'm just gonna let it do what it do. Okay, some other words I need to look up. I don't know what this means because I don't know Swahili fluently. Let me just look it up. Again, you guys, I'm waiting for someone else to come on the live with me. So the link is just scroll up and you can click it and come on. Oh, I don't know what this means. Google is not translating it at all. So I don't know what you just said. I have a quick question. Do you want to come on the live, sis, and ask them? Or do you want to just write them? But you're more than welcome to come on the live. Yes, come on the live. No Limit Eddie. I've seen some of your videos. We were talking about my DNA, but just ancestry, history, but we're talking about whatever. You're here in Tanzania. I would love to connect with you, so come on the live. Oh, Dar es Salaam. So this person, is this a neighbor? So this is a neighborhood in Dar es Salaam? Is that what that means? I didn't know that's what Dar es Salaam means. So where's this neighborhood? Yeah, No Limit Eddie. Come on the live. Here's the link. I believe Have I seen your videos? Are you a YouTuber? I swear the name looks familiar. I watch so many videos. But yeah, come on the live. Yeah, I swear I've seen. I think I've seen your videos. If you're a YouTuber, correct? Coming. Okay, sis, we're waiting. Okay, here we go. Hello. Hey,
Mambo.
how are you?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yes, you're a YouTuber, right?
Yeah. I'm a YouTuber. Just moved here to Tanzania like a month ago, maybe.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank
How are
you.
you doing it?
Oh man, I'm enjoying it. Actually, this is my first night in my new place, so should be a video tour coming to this place pretty soon. Pretty soon.
What
Yeah.
neighborhoods you moved to?
Sella.
Oh, okay. I know someone that lives in that area. It's kind of
Yeah.
probably like 25 minutes, 30 minutes from like Masaki area.
Yeah, that's where I was actually at in the beginning. I was in Masaki in an Airbnb, then I came over here.
Okay, cool. So what is your channel about?
Yeah, so my channel, guys, is No Limit Eddie. Man, so recently I just moved over to the continent, so I'm gonna be doing like different challenges, kind of showing you guys how far your money could go here in Africa, as well as probably trying to communicate with the locals, kind of see what they think about America, and kind of trying to learn more about the culture being here in Tanzania while I'm here. Might travel out, but all the restrictions are kind of making it difficult to travel. So for sure, we'll make a lot of Tanzanian content while I'm here.
Dope. So what is your like perspective of Tanzania so far? How do you feel about it?
Man, I enjoy it. You know, so I'm from LA, from Los Angeles.
Oh, I'm from
Um,
where in LA are you from?
man, 109 from Bellon, the homicide capital of LA, man. So I'm from like, if you know Washington High School, Washington Prep High School.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's my area over there. You know,
Like South LA, like South
South
Central.
LA. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's my vibe.
Oh.
What part of LA are you from?
Do you know Simply Wholesome?
Simply
You know that?
Wholesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like I'm over there, like Baldwin Hills, View Park.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know that whole area. I know that whole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we both from LA. I didn't know you were from LA. That's crazy.
Yep, I'm an LA girl, 100%.
Yeah, that's kind of how my channel blew up. Filming like the homeless, you know, out there over in LA. That's what I
Homeless
was doing
community.
before.
Oh my God, it's so sad. Sis, don't leave. I want to talk to you. There's someone waiting. But yeah, the homeless community is really sad. You know, that's one of the things that I have appreciated being here, not seeing people strung out on
Right.
drugs, not seeing homeless. I mean, it's really, really intense in LA how bad
It is.
homeless and
Right.
the drug use. There's a channel called Under White Belly or something like that. This guy, he interviews homeless, prostitutes, pimps, everything in Skid Row area. And I love watching his channel because everybody kind of has a similar story of childhood not being taken care of, either being abused or abandoned. And then they all kind of they all kind of end up in the same way, and how important it is for community and love.
Right.
But it makes you think, because sometimes when you see homeless people, you just ignore them, but you're not realizing that they have a story, that they have something happened to them, that they matter. So I like watching stuff like that because it keeps me connected to my humanity. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
But definitely, people do love the homeless content. That's kind of how my channel blew up, showing people like what LA really is. People think it's glamour. Like, nah, it's a whole lot of tents, a whole lot of drunkards, crackheads, tweakers, just walking around the streets of LA. So,
yeah, but I think it's good that you're here because then you can show like what Africa is like, especially if what your audience does, because it's important for us to see that Africa just isn't all huts. It just whatever the media puts in about Africa isn't 100% true. But thank you, brother, for coming on the live. Shoot me an email. Let's try to connect.
All right, bet.
Okay, cool. All right, peace. All right. Bye. Hello.
Hey guys, how you doing? Mambo. Look, I'm learning my Swahili.
Mambo. What's up, Sunny Divine?
Yes, that's me. I just wanted to chime. Actually, was in the middle of working out, and just so happily, when I was putting my phone on the charger, I see it was on. I'm like, oh, let me try to hurry up and catch it. And I know I was like, oh, I gotta try to get myself together. But I actually, I'm starting off, on my YouTube journey as well, because it's just a lot going on. It's like everybody, basically more so on a spiritual journey. And then with the whole COVID going on, it's like you can't. Then they social distance us. They did it purposely, of course. Keep us separate because they know this was going to happen. Of course, that a line is going, that great awakening. But that's a story for another day. But I wanted to tap in on the DNA test. I know I'm a little late, so I'm just catching on.
It's okay.
But I actually did mine as well and got my results. I did the regular ancestry one because I just wanted to know more by me being out, because I'm the one from NOLA. I'm from New Orleans.
But you're from New Orleans.
Yeah.
But you have a different name on your thing.
Huh?
Wait, do you have a different name on your page? Are you?
Yeah, it's a rising. It's a rising.
Okay.
Rising.
Okay. I'm confused.
I'm sorry, you guys. It's easier just to put like my regular name because it's just Sunny.
Okay.
But my brand name is a Rising Diamond Beauty because I make my own Florida water. For people that set up there, if you're into your African spirituality, you set up altars and things like that. It's just more so of a natural, organic way that I feel more comfortable with because I know my heart, I know how I feel about my people and what I'm trying to, put out there. And I've always just been, when I tell you, like Garvey said, you didn't even have to be born physically there. Africa is automatically inside of you. And when I tell you, I don't know if any of y'all ever seen Boys in the Hood, but you know how Trey was, that you from Africa.
Yes.
That's how I was. You from Africa, I stand for that's what it is. And it's like, it's no denying that, and I just never felt comfortable with that. I didn't care nothing about, they don't like us anyway. I'm like, you don't even like your own cousin, so why does that matter? You don't
how about you don't even like your own self?
Exactly. Hello, you can't even look in the reason you don't like that person because that's a reflection of you. And you're trying to put that on the back burner. You're afraid to deal with that. Because again, they want to suppress their real African self. They'll rather be everything under the book but African. It's like, how do you think the indigenous people got to this land? They
personally, I don't want to blame people for that because that comes from conditioning. All I want to do is spread my light and just allow the lightness to take over the darkness. And the self journey that everybody's on their different levels. I'm not better than anyone else. You're not better than anyone else. If someone still believes those things, that's where they are on their journey, but everybody has to evolve. But I think that as far as what you were saying is like the African is in us. Like when I come here and I see African men, sometimes I don't know if they're like, when I look at a Black person, I just think that they might be from America. Because if you're not dressed a certain way, I just assume that you might be American. And then they speak Swahili and it's confusing, but it's like, we are so much like them. I've said this in my other videos. When you're here, you see yourself over and over and over and over. And that in itself is so healing.
Yes.
Because how you are is enough and it's exactly how you were supposed to be. And that is so healing that you were divinely created, uniquely, but so beautiful.
Exactly. Like even when I see like, the YouTubers that's there and they're interviewing the locals, when I tell you like it's just like a warm feeling. Like I laugh so much because I'm like, they literally remind me of the people here. I'm like, in the first day, I'm like, that's black folk for you. That's the first thing I said, like they act just like the people here. So I'm like, when you see that division, you gotta think coming from the South, it's a lot of self-hate, right? And then like I'm 25, so I had to like grow up when that conditioning started, when that technology started hitting us in the the 2000s, and they were trying to get us off that path. But like my parents, they grew up that so religious, but I'm like, it just never said well. I'm like, well, what about our people? I'm like, you cannot get me as a child to believe that we started from some slave ships. I was big on science. So when I got into, Darwin and the evolution, I'm like, where do we really fit in that? Because I'm like, that don't make sense to me. It didn't sit well with my soul. It didn't generate with my spirit. I'm like, that's not us. So when I see, you guys over it, I'm like, that's all I ever wanted was to have proof that there is real life people that have like a life. Like that's not like when you said, like they're not just in huts. Like get that out of it's the imagery though. And I love that you guys are
like someone else said, huts are sustainable. There's so much that we can just learn about sustainnable.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Check out the help section in your Ultimate Ears app.
It's my speaker. I'm sorry, guys. But like he said, that huts are sustainable. There's so much that we can learn from. Turn off.
And that was in us. We built huts growing up. We called them clubhouses. We set up huts in our own house to feel more comfortable. And it's
but even the sustainability of it, the way that the world is going, we need to be more sustainable as people. We need to be growing our own foods. We need to be living more off-grid, or at least have a spot that's off-grid. Solar energy, just really being fully independent. And that is what most Africans are when you go outside of the cities. If the world shuts down, guess what? Africa is going to be fine. Most people in Africa are going to be fine because they know how to live off the land, and we don't know how to do that. I was just thinking about last year when the whole tissue paper thing went down.
I use that example all the time.
Here in Africa, okay, I'm only basing this off of direct people, and I don't mean to be offensive at all. And if someone is from Tanzania, tell me, agree or not. But I've talked to several Tanzanians, and also when I was in India, it's the same thing. They don't use tissue paper; they use water or like a bucket or their hands. And for us from the West, that's so like, what? Like tissue paper. So, I mean, that's something here that will never, and I'm not saying this is not a generalization. This is based off of a few people that I know, and this is not trying to talk down upon anybody because I don't do that. I'm just saying that as far as sustainability, the fact that we as Americans are so dependent on stuff that we don't even really need that's very wasteful. I mean, when I went to India, I really learned how to I never fully got into the not using paper, but I used less. I wasn't using as much as I was using in the past because you can't flush it down the toilet there. You have to actually throw it away. So you become more mindful of your waste in general. But yeah.
And that's just a sense of adapting to your environment, But like I seen some, one of the other YouTubers like, don't come here with the mindset of thinking is going to be the same. Like, I'm like, I don't even think that. Like, I have intentions on going. Like, I have a trip booked in May that I plan on coming out there.
To Tanzania or what country?
Dar.
Oh, okay, to Dar. Okay.
Yes.
Cool, that's exciting. How long are you coming out here for?
I'll be out there for 2 weeks.
Oh, well, do hit me up.
I definitely will because I just want to, it's like, as you, because I'm very spiritual, like my ancestors, like, I'm looking at my altar right now, and it's just like the spirits, and they just like, yeah, you do that. Get us back home. Like, that's where we want to go. Like, I lost my mom when I was a child. I was 11. And her biggest, like, she even put it in my mind before I even knew what she meant by it. And the only thing she said was that when I die, she was like, I don't want to be buried. She said, I want to be cremated. And she said, I want you to take my ashes and spread them in the Jamaican Ocean. Because we are Caribbean people. And that was her freedom, you know? She wanted that because that was the closest thing she knew to being back home. And that's what we had. And I'm like, well, I didn't get it because I was only a child when it happened so soon. So, you know, they're not going to listen to me like that as far as making decisions like that. So it's like I didn't get that opportunity. So it's always been something in the back of my mind and my heart. Like, I got to do that, you know? And like, that's just been always a part of my mission. And it's like, I've always tried to, even when I strayed away from it, it was always something. So like, the more I did pull away, they pushed me more. You know, it's just like you get beat down more. And we wonder why it's not working out for us. It's because you're trying to take a path that wasn't even meant for you. Stick to your divine purpose. Stick to your divine, you know, your divine path. Like, that's what you're supposed to be doing. And the only thing I ever cared about was freedom. Because I was saying it as a child that the system just didn't seem right. Even in school, I shouldn't have been able to ask my teacher, how the hell is this man supposed to free us? I'm like, but these people look like me. Like, how you teach you? And I'm like, the school system is nothing but a slave system. They teach you to be a slave. Period. That's all they do. They from the history, from the science, and they you know, I know you don't want to get off into that subject, but that's just what it is. And that's what creates that lack of self, that hate for self. Because it puts a certain person on a pedestal and it make you feel like, well, I'm not, you know, I ain't nothing anyway. And being where I'm from, I've witnessed this. So
well,
like,
I just want to say a couple of things based off of what you just said. One, I believe that freedom is a state of mind, because I don't want people to think that when they come to Africa that literally it's gonna be some magic effect and how you feel all the time is just gonna totally shift. It's gonna be a process, but you can start that process before you even step foot on the continent. It's really about shifting your mindset and knowing that how you feel on the inside is what really matters. So meaning, if you are in a situation where you feel depressed, what can you do to shift that feeling so you can feel good about yourself? If you feel like, oh my God, I want to be in Africa right now, I want to be in Dar es Salaam or wherever you want to be, start imagining. I talked about this in my last playbook, and I'm working on a blog, which I'll post some of the stuff, but I created I have an African playlist that I made for myself. And it's not just like African music, but just music that just made me feel good and excited about my journey, because I knew I couldn't stay in that mindset, especially last year with COVID, with all the racial issues, with just being in America. I was living and working in Santa Monica, being around all the microaggressions. I could not let my energy be so low, be so sucked out that if I did, I wouldn't be here now. So I had to elevate myself and know that I could feel the way that I'm feeling now then, and feel like I'm already there, envisioning it, tasting it, smelling it, all that stuff. You can be here before you actually get here. So I think that that's really important. And I just want to encourage you, sis, because you're 25, and I think that's so beautiful, so young, to want to know your history, to want to connect with yourself and connect with the continent, open yourself up, learn. I just want to encourage you, because you're on a path that is divine, and there are people, like I said, there's always people attached to our journey that you're going to inspire, you wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for me taking that leap. So think about all the other people.
Say that like you.
Think about all the other people that when you go and you start to share your journey, you're going to be able to help. So it's all a ripple effect. We're all connected, and everybody has some duty to fulfill in this life. So I just want to encourage you.
I appreciate that a lot.
And somebody said you are so beautiful. So I just wanted to relay. Where's that comment? I don't know.
To look at the phone.
You are very beautiful. He said he just had to say, I do agree. Everybody that comes on here is beautiful and handsome and has a nice voice if you don't show your face. So I just want to read a couple of these comments. Yes, the soft white underbelly, that's the channel I was talking about when I was talking to Eddie Go Live. I don't know, No Limit Eddie, about the homeless condition in America, well, in LA. It's very hard to watch, but it does give you a real insight. Do you have anything else you want to talk about, sis?
I really wanted to say like about the DNA. Like I wasn't to get, I told you I came in late, so I don't know if you actually got a chance to do your test or did you get your results?
Oh, yeah, I put it up right here. This is for people who are just coming on. These are my results. Yeah, but yeah, I'm Nigerian and Western Bantu people, pretty much.
Okay, look, I have the same results.
Oh, you do? See, that's what I'm saying. Most African Americans have a similar results, definitely.
And see, my original place I wanted to go, I felt more, connected to like the Sierra Leone to West Africa way. Like that's what that direction. But then but the very first place I really wanted to go when I started, really tapping into it was Kenya. That's why I originally wanted to go, because I'm like, it's just something about that. Just like, it's like I felt the connection before I even, like you said, you have to feel it first before you even get there, that power of manifestation. And that's really what I've been doing. I didn't even think twice about it. Like, I just knew, I just had to, of course I was going to do my research because I moved around a lot, which is why it's easy for me to travel just on the go. And the moment I did, they were saying, with the COVID, I'm like, that's even better because I get a chance to really experience something versus just going somewhere and just being on lockdown. You can't really get that full experience like you really want to. And then knowing where I come from, I'm like, that's even perfect because I can bring it back home and let, my people know you really have like something out there way more than just this box that you've been confined to and told that you have to stick to. And that was the first, and believe it or not, when I did my DNA test, I was able to locate my biological father and biological sister. Like, wow. I had a whole nother family that I didn't even know nothing about. And I had intentions on going there finding out my mom's side because I know, that X chromosome, always give you what you're looking for. And here I found X and Y that I didn't think nothing about.
Wow, that's beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing your story with me. I appreciate that so much. Wait, someone's saying I look more East African than West African. Who knows? I'm all of it.
We didn't have any borders, so we was just floating.
Yeah. So go back to Africa. He was saying the same thing. He says, "What's up?" I appreciate him so much. He is such a great leader.
That's how I found out about you because I was definitely in tune with his page. And when he said, he was like, and this woman was able to just take that leap and just do what she do. And I'm like, I just felt that. I'm like, yes, Spirit, I feel it. Like, I feel it.
He actually really encouraged me to do lives. So I appreciate him. He encouraged me to do the lives too.
Definitely.
He's the king of the lives. Wait, someone's saying she's woke. So yeah, stay woke, sis. You got it. And hit me up when you just email me. Hit me up when you come to Dar. We'll definitely link.
I will. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, I appreciate you too. Thank you. Oh, see, this is why I like having you guys on here. She was so sweet. Everybody's saying what's up to Mr. Go Black to Africa. He is in the building. I want this every day. It is healing and motivating. Oh, thank you. Well, you can give it to yourself every day. You can definitely give it to yourself every day. I did alive with a live meditation. That's something to look at. I believe in the power of not manifestation, but meditation and just calming your mind. That really helps with healing. It really helps with just letting things go and being connected to yourself. Yes, freedom is in you. No one can take it away. Yes, I appreciate you, brother. Wait, so I wanted to ask you, because I skipped over when I was on the live with her, someone asked me about the equipment that I use. Let me see if I can find that comment. But I use a couple of different things. I'm like such a nerd when it comes to tech and videography and all that stuff. I'm a nerd. But I use Sony cameras. So I have 2 cameras. I use I'll put them in the link too, but I use this is like a shooting point camera where I can see myself. It's a Sony ZV-1. And then I have a bigger camera. I don't know where that camera is, but I use Sony. And then I kind of have a drone. It's kind of not working right now, but yeah, that's what I use. But for you who want to start YouTube, you could start with your phone. Literally start with your phone. You don't need the big equipment. If you do want to invest in something secondhand. I bought my first camera that is such a great camera. I bought it used. I think I got it from OfferUp. And some of my like professional photography friends, they always buy their cameras secondhand. Technology is moving so fast, so you'll have, especially with Sony, they always are coming out with something better and better. If you get all caught up in trying to have the newest of everything, you end up spending all your money. So you can get something older that still is very good. So I just wanted to go back and answer that. And then I wanted to talk about, I think we talked about sustainability. That is definitely a huge goal of mine, to live off grid somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna put the link up for one more person to come on. I'm still looking for my Tanzanian brother or sister, Kaka or Dada, to come on before we end this live. It's crazy how fast this stuff goes. Like, I have so much fun with you guys. There's so many comments now. Let me see. Okay, yes, like that too in Mexico, they don't flush. Yeah, we overuse in America. We don't need all that stuff. Okay, let's see. Yes. Freedom is in you. Okay, I think I read some of these. Yes, there's a lot of opportunities here. You believe it when you see with your own eyes. I definitely think that you have to make the trip, even if you just come to visit. From my accent, I have an accent. Well, I mean, I guess I have an accent, but West African. Okay. This video is beautifully encouraging. Thank you, Erica. So is your photo, very beautiful. Bless us. I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't looking at the comments as you were writing them. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, again, I just put the link in the description or in the chat that you guys can come on. I'm looking for a Tanzanian or another African to kind of balance it out. But whoever wants to come, I'm not going to deny you. Do I ever feel too American for Africa? No, I mean, because I'm not going to just drop the American in me. I mean, it's the way that I was raised. Like, no, but I'm here to learn. I mean, every day is an opportunity for me to learn. I know that I'm not going to be like, even if I decided to live in Tanzania for the rest of my life, I know that I will never be a true Tanzanian because I wasn't raised here. So I don't feel too American. I feel myself, and I just feel like I'm showing up as me wherever I go. If you speak English in Tanzania, you say you're from Kenya. Or oh yeah, because I did hear in Kenya they speak English there more. Hi, Andre from, oh my God, where are you from? South America. I forgot the country. They speak English there though. Good evening. Every Bantu originated from West Africa. That's what we're all taught at school. Okay, so I was taught something different. I was taught that all the Bantus originated from actually Tanzania, but I feel like this is all semantics at this point. Greetings, East African. I don't know. Yes, Bantu people are East African too. What's my guest's name? Sunshine. I guess you're referring to the last one I just had. Sunshine? I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. She'll tell you in the comments. Okay. Yes. Hi, go back to Africa. Bantu did not originate in West Africa. See, that's what people have told me. They originated in East Africa. Probably just originated in Egypt, if that's where we all came from. Hi, one thing I'm sure about is the majority of African Americans are from Nigeria. 1 in 3 African people are Nigeria. Dear sis, if you go to Nigeria now that you're older, immediately you'll instantly know your tribe. Well, I look forward to that. Hopefully next year I will make the journey to Nigeria. I do have some connections there. So I'm not gonna lie, Nigeria, and this is not a bad thing, but I feel overwhelmed by going to Nigeria. It's just some personal stuff about Nigerians, but yeah. As a Black man and being called African, I welcome all my brothers and sisters from the diaspora. You're from Nigeria too, right? We're all Black, that's the common denominator. We're all African, definitely. In the village, people use grass. Are you referring to how they build their homes? No matter what we look like as far as African descent, we are all from a group of 4S, father, mother. Yes, okay, thank you. Yes, this is the sis that was on the live. Her channel is Stay Home. Is that your channel? Stay Home, check out my channel. So you guys go check out Diamonds. I think she said Sunshine was her name. Y'all say I look East African. I don't know. If he wants to come on, I don't know if he's still on here. He's more than welcome. Everybody is welcome. I got my, yeah, from the palm shop. You don't need to buy an expensive camera at all. Yes, sis has 2 channels. She used her iPhone. Especially with the way iPhones are set up, they're so good. And it's just easier to use your phone sometimes. It's a lot of work with the camera. With one screen, it's more interesting. Shop. Okay, so does anybody else want to come back on the live? I would love to have one more guest on here. Okay, y'all are fighting over what is this? Where the Bantus originate? If someone is a historian that wants to come on and talk about the history of Bantu people, I am more than happy to have you on. And if you don't want to come on today, if you want to email me, and maybe we could do a separate video. But I would love to learn more about the history. But Africa is not only Bantu. Okay. No Latik. Okay. Y'all, I am African. I'm from America, but I'm definitely African. If I'll put up my test results on here. How do I do that? This is my ancestry results of my DNA makeup. She feels the same. And I'm not trying to be, I didn't say that comment to be negative about Nigerian, because I have a lot of love for my Niger brothers and sisters. Ooh, y'all. So who is coming on the live? I just missed so many comments. Okay. I would love to live off the land. I think it's at least good to know how to live off the land, especially if something goes down where you have to. Good evening. What are the results? Okay, so I just put it up on the screen for you to see the results. Please let us know the latest happening with you now. Come on live. They want Mr. Go Black to Africa to come on. I don't know if he's still on here. He might have just came through to say hi. Warmest greetings, Bantu, South Africa. I cannot wait to go to South Africa. Yes, I knew you're from South America. All right. I'm gonna ask you guys one more time. Wait, let me make the screen full. Get real close, I'm just playing. So I thank you guys for watching this live. If you are just joining, I welcome you to watch the replay. We've had a full discussion from at least, I think, like 4 people. So I would love to have one more person come on before I get off the live. So if you are that lucky person that wants to come and share whatever you want to share tonight, please come on. I would love, love, love to have another Tanzanian or another continental African on here, but I am not going to discourage you if you're not that. Anyone and everyone is welcome as long as you're respectful. But let's end this live with one more person. So who is that person going to be? You are Nigerian. Modern humans originate in Tanzania, including whites and Asians. Okay, so I'm just trying to get through the last of your comments. Is this your page, sis? Is this your YouTube page? Diamond Beauty. You look Bantu Ugandan. So once I start traveling, I guess I'll see more of like what I look like. I think that, yes, you can join. Come join the live. The link, did you not see the link? Did you not hear me ask? You're more than welcome to come join the live. Okay. It's buffering. For you to come on, or is it my screen buffering? Oh, that's your screen. I look more Irish. I don't even think I have any Irish in me. Okay, I'm trying to add you on the live. Andre. I don't know what's happening. Oh, I think your thing is buffering. Do I have Irish in me? Oh, Ireland. I don't look Irish. That 1%. I think it took me like 6 weeks. My sister, so we ordered at the same time. She got her results in like in 3 weeks. I don't know how she got hers in before mine, but okay. Someone else want to come? Oh, here you go. Hi. His internet's not working. Does anybody else want to come on? Okay. Jokes, you're funny. Frederick. Okay, I'll put up the results again since you guys are just coming on the live. Let me see, what is it? Those are my results. How far are you in, how long are you in Darfur now? I don't know. Everybody has the right to their own opinion. I'm still learning about tribes and all of that stuff. Okay, I've heard of this before, that I look like I'm from that area. In Bea. I'm gonna have to make a trip down there. Okay, so I'm gonna put the link in one more time since he wasn't able to come on the live. Oh wait, I have someone who's just joining us. Hey, sis.
Greetings, Empress.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate it. And you look so regal and beautiful.
I would say Madase. I started out learning more Twi from Ghana. I cater to Swahili, but I'm all around when it comes to us because we are global. We are worldwide. We won't be boxed and bounded into these, even tribalism. It's not benefiting us. It's not benefiting us. We were nations undivided. So, I'm always gonna salute Kemet, and I'll turn this way, and that way you'll always see me on the pyramids.
That's what I
Always.
said. I was like, you look Egyptian. And I just said, I was like, we're all from Egypt anyways.
That's right.
We're
Kemetu all day.
where we're from.
All
Yeah.
day. In this journey, being birthed in the States, I would call it, the divided states, I've traveled. My father was military, and so I've been a wayfarer and a wanderer and a nomadic spirit, nonstop. And it's just part of you. It's in your spirit to do that. Some of us, in geography, as far as Mama Land is concerned, some of our Fulani tribes, as they would call them.
I was just talking to my sis earlier at dinner about the Fulani tribe, which I find them so interesting. Their history. I was telling her about the men, the Fulani men. Have you ever seen those videos where the men, they dress up, they adorn themselves in makeup, and they do their dance? Yeah, and the women pick them. And also we were talking about, because we were talking about dating in Tanzania and how a lot of men are married just with our age, and but I was telling her how in the Fulani tribe, how when they do, what did you say? What is it called? I don't know what it's called. The dance and ceremony that they do, where the women end up picking the men as husbands, but also
that's
in
part
their
of the rites of passage. It depends on yes.
Yeah, but
it's supposed to be. The men display strength and courage and adornment and most of all ancestral alignment. Let's get back to that part of rites of passage. We seem to skip over that because we haven't been taught correctly. We've been miseducated. But they're very much so.
You guys are gonna enjoy the Maasai video because it's coming out on Sunday, because he talks about the rites of passage that men have that are so different from how we are in the States. But we were talking about dating, and I guess in the Fulani tribe, the women pick the men as husbands, but also they're nomadic, so they don't have anything against women being with other men, like dating other men. I don't know if it's called dating, but
yeah, it was like that in the ancient times. In Kemet, same thing. They called it marriage contracts, and you would be able to move in and out depending on where your journey was flowing and what was going on with you, and especially we were more intangible. We were more spiritually based, and
Yeah.
we were also very much so focused on keeping the shamans and the more spiritual leaders and teachers kind of on a in a more what you could say protected and sacred space. So
Yeah.
you couldn't just quote unquote be laid with anyone and be comfortable. And most people were uncomfortable with it if they knew you deserved more or you were to be doing more.
hmm
Mhm.
Where are you from, sis?
I don't claim one place. I'm from
Or
everywhere.
where are you living?
I'm living in New
Where's your
York,
location? Okay.
located in New York City.
Are you
I
in
was
the city or
Midwest,
are you in Brooklyn? Where?
Brooklyn.
Okay.
More so, I'm in the area of Brooklyn that's not far from what can you say? It's like
I know
I don't
Brooklyn.
I don't I don't want to start when we first hit and touched down Brooklyn, I was near Garvey Boulevard.
Okay.
And so
So
I've
are
moved
you
around a
you're
little.
kind of more far out now in
Right. I'm
Brooklyn?
more so
Like
almost
Brownsville,
Manhattan. Almost Manhattan. I didn't want to go there, but yeah, we're almost in Manhattan.
Williamsburg. Okay.
Williamsburg.
I lived in Bed-Stuy for like almost 6 years, so I know Brooklyn, and all of like my friends are still in New York, so I spent a lot of time in New York. Well, I did before I came to the motherland. So
Right.
have you?
Yeah. Um, culturally just dope, you know.
Mhm.
But nothing is like Mama Land. I've been in Mama
Yeah.
Land. Uh,
Where have you been,
physically.
and where do you want to go, and do you want to relocate here?
Absolutely on my way. And actually beyond the word late. I'm so fashionably late to be home. It's ridiculous. But
No,
well I did some business. You
you're
said
right
what?
on time. Divine timing. It's your timing.
Right. I did some business upstarts and then the more illusion occurred, and so it touched on my finances quite a bit when the spirit had already told me in high school, you have no business here anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, but like you said, right on time, because it wouldn't have been Tanzania, it would have been Ghana, because that's the
Okay.
first place I went. That's the first place I went. And I do want to speak on the Obruni and being called white and being talked
Uh-huh.
about for your accents and accent tax and pricing. And I would pose with certain brothers in our tour in the market and say, that's my husband. You talk to him about the price. You talk to him about what I'm buying, and then it will be fair. So all of
Mm.
those things happened to me in Ghana. Sisters with the and all of those sorts of things. But I'm gonna say, like, inwardly, I'm so dope and cold and spiritually strong that no matter where you put me, I am so at peace and so thankful and so excited about being the original woman. You know what I'm saying? The originator of all. So,
Yeah.
Mama Land has been so colonized, and the colonized state. So we're dealing with all these issues, but it's more so about being, what's your character currency? Let's be more based in that, and the healing will be more widespread. But yeah, the traveling for me too, that was a problem as far as me getting my tail to Africa, because like I did a time in Miami. To me, I'm about the weather if I'm in the States, right? So we're not even focusing on that anymore now. So it's basically where you're supposed to be. So yeah,
Yeah.
after NY, it's on and pop. I'm excited.
So you are gonna go. You're gonna journey west to Ghana. That's where you feel.
No, no, no,
That's where.
no, 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 no. No, I'm glad that I actually did the tour to Ghana, and we went to Kemet, and we went through. Well, when in Ghana, we went up through Kumasi and up towards the Buri and all of that. I
Mhm.
experienced that. But I do want more tropical than what I experienced there. And everything that's going on with you guys' social media that you're giving out here, this is more like news, my daily news. I am loving the coverage, the cinematography, I'm all of those type of nerds as well.
Of
I'm a
Tanzania?
photographer. I'm freelance hair. You know, my locks. This is fro locks. Before that, tiny micro locks down to my waist. I'm multifaceted, and I'm so excited to come join in on all of this Afro funk that's going on. Like, it's really buzzing. And you know, those of us who already know that jazz is, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. So you're thinking about Tanzania to
I
come here?
absolutely am. Yes.
Yeah.
And it has only been about maybe a good solid 4 months, but definitely.
Of like you making that decision, Tanzania
Right.
is.
Hmm.
What is your
Because
timeline?
I was looking at Rwanda,
Mm-hmm.
and I was learning Kinyarwandan, and I was doing all of that homework. And like I said, I will allow myself to shift. I will listen and be directed, because I used to ignore, and I used to put myself in places where I stay too long. I don't do that anymore. And like I said, I'm so excited, and it's, like you said, right on time. So back to my Swahili lessons in Swahili school.
Yes, Swahili. You want to learn that?
Yeah, just tighten up, because we already know our mother tongues. We just have to tighten up, and we have to stop. I tell you what, when I was learning Twi for Ghana music, the artist, the local artist, put me on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting into Tanzanian artists, but it's not just even about that. I'm reading Tanzanian poetry. I'm doing a lot of things to get that.
Yeah.
I'll always have all my different accents though, because I've lived so many different places. But that's not the point. We should always have our communication of respect as a universal language. You know.
Absolutely. Someone is asking, do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. Is on here somewhere with Indigenous. I'm growing within that because I have so many different businesses, and I don't know exactly if it's the wisest thing to have my businesses be my main channel. But my my artistry calls out. I do a lot of word. I do a lot of editing, and do a lot of film and photography and things of that nature. So I can't wait to get out there and be a videographer as well, and just really capture the culture and the aesthetic.
That's what I love. Like
Mhm.
that is what lights me up, and I feel like if you are attracted to my channel, I hope that that is what attracted you to
Yes,
the
it's
channel.
the visuals,
It's my
the
eye.
visual
I love.
education. Yes,
Yeah, and
the
even
visual
with the
education.
music, I'm very intentional about the feeling behind what I want you to feel as you're watching it, because this is just how I view the world. It's like I'll be riding in like a tuk-tuk and just like I think one of my videos, I think it was the one where I was on my way to a cafe and it was rainy, and it just really reminded me. Whenever I think of New York, like when I was living in New York, rainy, I would always just think of jazz. And I love jazz.
One of your videos in the Central Park, I was like, it's like I said, it's on. Because I sit in Bryant Park all the time. I sit in Central Park all the time. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And they're playing jazz. Our brothers are the jazz cats out there hustling and playing their music. And I have so much film of that. I'm so ingrained in Mama Land, but I have so much footage of New York. It's beyond belief. And I don't want to be this poster of New York, but I'm like the vibrancy of us everywhere we go. We are the art, we are the energy, we are the vibration. You know, I had a brother, he was on the corner of my building, and I would just film him, and he would pack up and leave because he was embarrassed. And I said, that's the most attractive thing about you, is that you play that instrument. It's not you are a peddler or you're broke, you are rich within. So then, you know what he would do when he would see me from now on, he would wave and say thank you, because he used to think, you know, this just looks down on me because I'm on the street playing for money. No, you're playing for your spirit. You're playing for your peace of mind.
Yeah.
So, but that part of New York has held me down, but you know where we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be. You know.
Yeah, but I just like to visually, like I guess just my personality is very romantic, not like, maybe that's not the best word, like whimsical or like, I just like to see beautiful things. I'm a tourist, so
Yeah.
we view the world with lenses of beauty. So that's
You
how
know,
I
I
like.
always say, like, in Brown Sugar, I always say, well, most of them say, you know, I'm a goer. I'm a goer. You know, so being nomadic, we're like, we are the party, facts, but because we're so interesting to talk with. And I noticed that about people. A lot of times they like to hear what I'm talking about. And that's the biggest compliment of all, is that you have, you know, sustenance. You have, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's another thing I love about, you know, being in New York. You're around so many different people from the Caribbean, from Africa. You're eating the food. You're around the language. But
Yeah.
what I'm excited for, just to be in the, you know, near that Tropic of Cancer, and to actually have that raw light. Just, I'm a sunbather, and I've been so deprived, like I said, since I left the Miami region. So that's
Yeah.
another reason why I look at the Tanzania videos and I'm like, you're just getting that down beaten sunlight on you.
Oh yeah, the sun is real.
I
It's
appreciate, and
so
I am on
nice.
my way. Yes.
I was telling my friend tonight that my skin has changed. Like before I left, my skin was very dry, and because of the humidity, like my skin is just like baby soft. It's so nice. I mean, it took a while for me to get used to the humidity, but
the self-care that nature provides in Mama Land is beyond belief. It's like, well, I watch nature. I know to do that, and I watch the animals, and then you just watch them lay there and they take it in, and then you walk the beach and you notice you don't need to scrub your feet of their skin. There, it's coming off. You know, so it's just like, oh, and then let the water do what she need to do. You know,
yeah.
and then I was deeply into Kemetic yoga at the time, and I remember writing something, and I said, just the breathing of the in and out of this ocean, you know.
It's the same. We reflect nature at the end of everything. Like I used to when I was, you know,
I'm an aqua. I'm not a tourist.
no, he was
I'm
asking
an
about me.
aquamarine. No. Oh, okay. He was talking about you. Okay, my apologies.
Yeah. I used to, before I came here, I would spend a lot of time at the beach in Santa Monica, and I would just like stare at the palm trees, and just I started to see myself even in nature, like because I'm tall, and you know I got my locks, or if my hair was free, it would be an afro, and how much as African people we are reflected even in nature through the trees. Like you could just look at yourself over and over. I like to get deep and weird, so
It has
maybe
to go there. It has to get deep and funky. We got to do that. We have to do that. That's the healing. That's the healing.
Yeah.
Get it deep like that. And if someone can't handle it, they can't handle you. So they all right. They all right. I know when I was in LA, I was in downtown LA, and then we went out to Santa Monica and we did a drive, and then we did a lot of walking. And I will tell you, like, the palm trees, the coconuts, just yeah, those are the vibes. And so
we'll wait till you get to Tanzania, because the coconut trees and
this is the yard. This is the yard life.
The ocean and the stickiness, like you can feel the salt in the air. It just, you know what they say about, you know, what is the most healing is water. It's
salt water.
Salt water from your tears, from the ocean, and from your sweats.
And moving water.
Now even in the air. But yeah. I just want to.
That's why I go by the name Indigenous, because I tell everybody that you will never be able to really understand me. But if you want to know some things about me, you got to know that I know some things about nature. And that is to not be, you know, disrespected. And that's what this culture thrives on, the disrespect and the fighting of nature. You know, has a problem with her.
I think that's because we are so disconnected from nature. We're so disconnected from Africa. and we're so disconnected from ourselves. Like if you really embody self-love, it's impossible. It literally is impossible for you to hate another person. It doesn't even matter what they do to you. It's like you embody that love that you see it in everyone else. You just understand everyone is on different journeys.
One thing about spiritual battle and spiritual journey is you must recognize what is more so about your self-preservation than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't be, oh, I'm hurting you. No, am I covering me? Because you're trying to disarm me. You're trying to disarm me.
You have to pick your battles. You definitely have to pick your battles and know. That's kind of going back to what I said in the beginning with the first guy that came on, and he was just saying how we were stolen and how he has so much fear. And it's like, you have to decide what is worth, like, what is that thought process actually serving your evolution as a man, as a human being, and decide from there, how is that serving you? And are you embodying self-love? Because if you are, then maybe your perspective, and I'm not saying that this person is not, but I'm just saying in general, maybe your perspective will evolve. But yeah, anyways, I just want to thank you, sis, for being on. People are enjoying this conversation. Again, tell us your channel if people want to say hi to you.
Okay, that would be dope. You can connect with me on YouTube. It's with capital I, capital N.
Can you type it in the post, and then I'll put it up on the screen. Because, you know, at least me, I'm not going to remember. I need to, like, see it. But, yeah, I definitely want to share the love. There's so much abundance out there. We all got to stay connected. Okay, but, yeah, if you come to TV, hit me up. Oh, did you do a private one? Hold on. Let me try to, I'll copy it. Okay.
I need to learn to do the live streams. I just came in because I was so compelled. And give thanks for that. You guys stay awesome. And know that within, that's what thought.
I'm still in the live.
Got it?
Yes, I put it up on the screen. You guys go ahead and check out her channel, and you are more than welcome back on Full Soul Wellness. I'm sorry, Full Soul Travel. That's my Instagram. Full Soul Travel. Right. So I appreciate you. Thank you, sis.
Thank you. All right. Peace, y'all.
Love. Okay, you guys. You know what? I'm just gonna put the thing out one more time. I still really want like a Tanzanian, but maybe they're asleep or another African on the live. So I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna wait like a couple minutes, and I'm just gonna kind of go over these things on here that we were kind of looking over. Maasai tribes making lion soups for dinner. I don't think they don't kill lions anymore. I bet Jay-Z's Zulu tribes. I have no idea where Jay-Z is from, but he's definitely African. That's for sure. Yes, I put her link in the bio. You guys enjoy the conversation. I appreciate that. Swahili is the easiest language to learn. Well, I'm struggling, so I don't like when people say that, because it's like it takes time. I guess it's not, it just takes time. It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve for everybody. Love and respect should be the universal language. That would be ideal. I agree with you 100%. Definitely. I appreciate art. Yes, I'm an art lover. I would love to get into more African art here, or connect with African artists. I don't know if there's a community here of like young African artists, but I would love to connect. I love artistry. That's what I try to display with my vlogs, and I hope that you guys appreciate that. And I hope to get better. Yes, I am a Taurus. My birthday is like in a month from now. I'm a true Taurus. Yes, that would be beautiful to See NY footage with Tanzanian. Okay, you guys, I put the link in the bio. I'm not in the bio, in the comments. So click on the link. Let's get one more person on the live. We have 72 people watching. Wow, that's crazy. Thank you guys for joining. And if you guys are new here, I'm sure you want to see my DNA results. I'm just gonna put that up for the people who are just joining us. But that is my DNA makeup. And if you want to hear more about that, I highly suggest you hitting the replay and watching it through, because we talked about it. We have had some interesting guests on today about just our history as African Americans, how we got here. People have difference of opinion. Yes, melanated people, we need tropical sun and heat. I think that if you are melanated, that you need to be living within the tropics, which is, the tropics is gonna be pretty much like South America, Central South America, Africa, below below North Africa, above South Africa, North and South Africa, and like Asia. Those were all the melanated people live. That's where we should be living. Okay, does anybody else want to come on the live? I'm just trying to go through your comments. Oh, wow, from Somalia. I want to go there. Okay, so I definitely feel like there's a huge, just a lot of misinformation about Somalia. I would love to discover, but I don't know if it's safe to go there right now or not, but the people are very beautiful. And this is Sis's Instagram, sorry, not her Instagram, but her YouTube channel. Okay, you guys, there's a lot of comments. Okay, so here's the link. If you guys want to come on, if one more person wants to come on the live. Too shy. Okay, you don't have to show your face. Come on. That's a troll. What's a troll? I don't know. I never even heard what the language sounds like. Definitely gonna replay this live. I appreciate that. You are still on. I appreciate it. You've been on since the beginning. You guys definitely come back and replay the live so you can hear my conversation with him. It was good. Did you travel by car to the national park? Yes, I did. I took a Jeep. Did you watch the video? I think I put how I got there on there. Yes, West and North African, but North African is like 1%. I don't know which part. You're more than welcome. Swahili language for 4 entire African Kemetic would be awesome. Easy doing business. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna put the link here one more time. And if you guys wanna come on, I'm inviting one more person, feeling generous. But this has been a great, great live, a great discussion. I really enjoy connecting with you guys and having these discussions. This is not about me. This is literally about all of us. We are all connected. And it's important to share our journeys, our history. This is why I wanted to share my ancestry results, to have this discussion. And definitely we had some great people on the live earlier, especially the brother from Nigeria that shared his truth about the tribes and about the symbols and all that stuff. I would recommend you going back and catching up on that. Very brave, sis. I give you praise. Thank you. It does take a lot of courage, but you guys make it easy to do because you guys are so nice and very easy to talk to. And let's see. Kiswahili language is going to be all African man language. I don't know if it is, but I don't know if they're going to do, that would take a lot to do like a universal language for Africa. There's so many different African countries here with different languages. I appreciate you discovering this channel. I really do. Hidden Hebrews. What is that about? You want to tell me? And again, sorry, I'm going to put the link back in. This is going to be my last time asking. You are more than welcome to come on the live with me and let's chat it up a little bit. If you are shy, you can not show your face, even though I want to see your pretty or handsome face. But, oh, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate you guys coming on this journey with me. It really means a lot. I definitely felt very called and compelled to share my journey. And I am very intentional about what I do share, and I do take my time, take a lot of time with my edits. I want to create beautiful content that is valuable and educational, but also enjoyable to watch. I definitely am an artist, so I'm highly influenced by, oh my God, I'm getting tired now because I can't even remember what I was saying, but I'm highly influenced by film. One of my favorite film directors is Spike Lee, so I love his visuals. And if you see any of Spike Lee's visuals, how I haven't done the black and white, but I love how he connects music with visuals, and that's really what I'm into because I am such a music lover. It's my favorite, and I would love to actually have more African music in my vlogs, but the company that I use to get my music from, there's not really that many African artists on there, so I need to do some more research and find some people who are dope. Yes, so like I was saying, Black love, beautiful Black love couple there. I was saying, and I said this, if you guys watch the episode with me and go Black to Africa, I was saying that most African-American people are gonna have a similar makeup of, you're gonna have a high percentage of Nigerian or Cameroon, Western Bantu people, and then it's gonna vary, or maybe a high percentage of Mali and Benin and Togo, which Mali, Benin, Togo, Nigeria, I mean, all of that was like Mali Kingdom. Yeah, so it's gonna be a similar makeup because, you know, the history. It explains our true heritage. Yes. I have some British in my blood, Irish. Well, that's common because of slavery. Yeah. Afro roots. Okay, I've never heard of Afro roots. They're based in Brooklyn, back home, Black scientists. Okay, I'll look into that because I'm working on a blogs, written stuff. So I will definitely research that company and put that on a blog. I want to come home to the motherland. I live in Italy for a few years. I made it myself, but I didn't come home. Where are you from, Angel Abraham? Oh, thank you, Asante. That's very, very sweet. I appreciate that. Okay. Thank you. Yes, I was on Go Black channel. He's just a leader in our community. I think that he's doing a great job, especially showing Africa, sharing other YouTubers here, but really sharing his journey of going to all 54 countries. I really appreciate him and look up to him. DMV. But are you from, wait, you said you're from the DMV, or where are you originally from? Are you originally from somewhere in Africa? Asante Michelson. I appreciate you, brother. I know that you just joined a couple days ago, but I really do appreciate you. Okay, so connects the dots for Bantu people migration from Israel to Spain, Portugal, various African countries, and the Spanish Inquisition. Okay, I'll have to look into it. Learned about you through Go Black. Well, I appreciate you guys staying American. You want to come to the continent? You want to come to motherland? DC. Okay, you guys, so my skin is black and all right, you guys, I'm gonna be wrapping up this live unless someone else wants to join me. It is late here, it is after midnight, it's 12:25. I know most of you guys are watching from the States or from maybe the UK. I don't know if I still have any people here on the motherland that are here, still up, that want to come on the live, but you are more than welcome to. I invite you to come through. You're from Washington, D.C. Watch Whiteout series on YouTube. What is that about? All right, so make sure you guys hit the like. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit subscribe. It helps us sister out greatly. I also want to thank you guys. I've hit 1,000 subscribers, so I think I'm a little bit above that. I do thank you to each and every one of you guys who have hit the subscribe button. I appreciate that so much from the bottom of my heart. I don't take it lightly. So I thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so very grateful for each and every one of you guys. And if you haven't noticed, I really do want to get to know you guys. I know I'm just on the screen, but I know that you guys are people just like me. And I want to know as much as we can as we're building this community here. Thanks for the live and sharing your results. Thank you for watching, sis. It's about us. Liked and subscribed for the first time. I appreciate you, Frederick. I really do. I really, really, really do. Where to support you, sis? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Live in London. Oh wait, you've lived all these cities. How do you have 3 passport dual citizenships out of all 3 countries? I now finally appreciate Nigeria. So you're Nigerian, but you lived all over, and now you have a greater appreciation for Nigeria. I know you do because of that weather in London. I lived in London for like a few months, so I definitely know. We're sharing you on Facebook. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. I don't use Facebook at all. Cash App. Oh. I think it's in the link. I'll put it right here. I don't, let me see. So, I appreciate you, brother. That's my Cash App. But, okay, so I'm gonna give you guys 3 minutes. And if no one else wants to come on the live, then I'm gonna end it because I have been on here for almost 3 hours. So it's crazy. It doesn't, honestly, it does not feel like that. It feels like it's only been 5 minutes. So I'm having so much fun with you guys, seriously. But if no one else wants to come on, then I'm gonna log out, but I'm just gonna put this right here. And I'm gonna also put back up my results. the people who are just coming on, so you can see. These are my results. I'm not really going deep into the results, but this is ancestry.com. I'm not endorsing or recommending the company. This is just what I chose to use. There are plenty other companies out there, but I guarantee you, if you even like look at these comments, when you come to Africa, people will tell you where your tribe, where you come from. But even in the comments, people have said stuff. I know, right? You've been on the whole time. Are you at work? What are you doing? I enjoy the safari video. Thank you. So Sunday, I think I'm gonna put up the Maasai video, which I was crying because it was so emotional. This is one of the last tribes, not the last, but like one of the most indigenous tribes in Tanzania or in East Africa, the Maasai, and they are so beautiful. Their voices, their heritage, they how they choose to live every day and how they choose to continue to pass on their story. It's empowering, and it's I can't wait to share it with you. I don't want to tell you guys too much because I get emotional thinking about it and how they are just filled with so much love. And I hope you guys tune in live with me on Sunday. I believe I'm going to post it at 9:30 my time. I don't know what time that is back in the States, but you'll see it. We'll do a premiere, and I would love to hear your feedback. Yeah. Peace and blessings to you, sis. Thank you, Barbara. Ashe. Do you use your same info, but I have someone white DNA, see what happens? I'm just saying. What are you talking about? My same info for the DNA test? I have someone white DNA? I don't know what you mean by that. I love it. Only said that because I'm not Black while in Nigeria, dual citizenship. I don't know what that means either. What do you mean you're not Black while you're in Nigeria? Because you have dual citizenship? Yes, I can't wait to see. Thank you. Yeah, I'll put a link. But yeah, it was, the Ancestry fam. I use ancestry.com. Again, I'm not like endorsing it. It's just something that I use. I'm not endorsing it. I'm just sharing what I chose to use. But there's plenty of companies out there. But I use ancestry.com. I bought it on a sale. So, all right. So I don't think anybody else is going to come on. So I'm going to end this live. I'm just going to read a couple more questions. Thank you. I'm a new subscriber. I'm on live. Listening to your voice is soothing. So is your personality. I'm Nigerian African brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate Michelson. All right, you guys. So I'm going to hit the sack, but I will see you guys on Sunday for the Maasai video. So I hope that you tune in. I hope that you share. I hope that you are able to watch it with me through the premiere. And I will see you guys later. And if you haven't checked out my videos, go ahead and check it out and subscribe. Peace and love, you guys. Have a good night or good day.